LGBT community, all they ever wanted was equal rights here on earth. And I believe that they should have that and have that choice.
Pope has okayed basically the LGTV electronics movement. What do you guys think about that?
He has
Haram.
not. Well, it's only just gay lifestyle, lesbian and gay lifestyle. Yeah, Pope Francis
Let's try
did.
not to say those words because we're gonna get a strike.
Oh, okay. I see. Oh, I didn't know. Oh gosh, so many rules. So many
Do
rules.
they
I
bug
can't.
you about that? Really? That's crazy.
And people lost their minds, and there's a lot of. I am a bad Christian in this, and that I do not have even the slightest problem with gay marriage and a gay lifestyle, G lifestyle, and I have real problems with the TQIA plus agenda that's being pushed on children and the over sexualization that's happening to children. But the LGBT community, all they ever wanted was equal rights here on earth. And I believe that they should have that and have that choice. And it's if it really is something that God is against, they can deal with God on that. God can deal with them on that, but they're not hurting anybody. So they're really not. And I don't think they are, because they never once said, I want to go into schools and make children like me.
So what are your thoughts on what are your thoughts on scientific literature proving that majority of those, I'm not gonna say the word, but the P, those that are older and they prey on younger people, majority of them are part of LGBT. So meaning you might say live and let live, but it literally by and large makes the community and all the kids at a greater risk of being taken advantage of.
So I haven't seen that data, and I would love to. But for the sake of conversation, I'll assume it's true. If the P's are leaning towards that, we also know that a lot of times that you become a P because you have been abused in the past. And so I think that in that case, I don't think that talking about a P and talking about a really lovely, productive, loving couple who are same sex is the same thing. I don't think that they can even be compared, and I don't think it's fair to compare them, but yeah, if the P's happen to be same sex attracted, I think a lot of that probably has to do with the abuse that they endured that got them there.
Okay, and then what about like the spread of like the diseases like HIV and AIDS, that it's clearly linked to that?
It was most prominent in that community. Yeah. I don't know what to say about that, except that just sucks. I mean, what do you like? I don't know.
I'm just trying to I don't know. Like we can't just have like a live and let live mentality. Like it does sound nice, but there are implications of that.
To some extent,
yeah.
I think that promiscuity, it doesn't matter, like excessive promiscuity, whether you're G, L, B, straight, whatever, is unhealthy for you.
Yes.
Mentally and physically.
Well, that's also
so I think promiscuity is the problem. But the G's and L's in my life, who I'm actually very close friends with, are married. They live by pretty much all the same values I do. And they're wonderful contributors to society. They're kind. They're dedicated to each other. They're dedicated to their families. They live pretty traditional marriages. So, I don't think it's fair to lump everybody in together, because we have, straight people who are super promiscuous, and that's the promiscuity is the common thread. That's the problem. And that's where disease gets spread. And emotional and spiritual just emptiness. So yeah, I don't know. Yes, my Christian brothers and sisters will all hit me over the head with a club and try to change my mind on that, and I accept that. That's fine.
Yeah. For me personally, I think a big mistake is made when there's too much focus or too much leniency put on any topic or any sin. Like in Islam, it is sinful. And Muslims, they won't really go back on that. That is something that is, sinful. Allah said in the Quran, is something that's explicit. And although we, are not out to control anyone, we believe that it is a sin. And in an Islamic society, that's something that is not permissible. This was a huge talking point about Qatar and all that stuff recently. But again, it's just a matter of this. We don't have secular liberal beliefs. We practice Islam. And if you don't like that, okay, khalas, good for you. That's just life. But
and I think that's okay. I don't have a problem with you believing that either. And that's where other people get mad. Like other people who are supporting of those the initial clubs get mad at me for not being mad at you. I'm like, come on, you know, everybody needs to just like if we're all allowed to believe what we want to believe, like that includes Muslims. Leave them alone.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and I appreciate that very much because you know, Islamically, it's just a sin like, you know, adultery outside of marriage between a man and a woman. They're both sins, and we don't really have a classification of citizenship based on these things like in the West they do. That's all a person is in the West, you know. That's who they are, that's their life, that's, you know, the main focus. And now they've extended it to literally their identity, what they identify as, and all this stuff.
And they've extended it to children. They've extended that sexual identity being the main identity to children, and it's unbelievable. And I know the West, that's our reputation, but not all of us are like that. And even the, you know, and I'm not just talking about the people that are getting more Jesus-y like me. I'm talking about like regular people are looking at it, even if they don't have a relationship with God, and going, oh, hell no, this is not okay. So pray for us, but try not to think that we're all off the rails, because we're not. We're not. Please.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I live in the West as well, so you know, I'd have to throw myself under the bus, which alhamdulillah, I'm not going to do.
Yeah, no, you're on team sanity. I know what team you're on. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. But yeah, I think we're probably, I don't know what time it is, but I think we're
Sonny, bro. Sonny, do you have to leave too, or?
I do have to leave.
No, yeah,
Sonny,
I gotta go. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I'm so hungry right now. No,
we'll do like a little bit of a live Q&A after Sonny Faz and Elena leave. But it was a pleasure hosting you guys. It really was. Inshallah, next time we can come in with a little bit more prep work, and I think it'll be good.
I know. I'm sorry. It's been crazy. We've had we've had a lot of loss and a lot of unexpected travel, and I didn't come as prepared as I'd like. I'm gonna come as prepared as Rami one time, and y'all gonna be blown away. Okay.